Hey makers! Today we are building an ATtiny85 Breakout board using Stamp. If you're new to Stamp, Stamp is an interconnectable template PCB that makes building breakout boards fast and easy. Stamp comes in 10 designs to fit most common packages, both SMD and through-hole, so you can easily create a wide range of custom breakout boards for your projects. Today I'm using an ATtiny85 in SOIC 8 package, so I'll pick the SOIC 10 stamp from the kit. Before we start building, here is a quick overview of the layout. Stamp uses two layouts, one on the front, one on the back. The front is for your main IC. Each pin of the IC breaks out to the header holes and castellator holes around the edges. Solid and inverted arrows indicate the starting pins on the left and right sides of the IC. Pin 1 to 5 route to the left and top. Pin 6 to 10 go to the right and bottom. This makes board-to-board connections much easier. More on that in another video. On the back, each IC pin connects to the center of a 3-part layout. The side parts are tied to corner parts, which carry VCC and ground. This means you can connect any IC pin to VCC or ground with a simple solder bridge or by placing a 0603 component. Here is a schematic for the ATtiny85 breakout board we are building today. Let's start by soldering the ATtiny to the front side of the stamp. Use your preferred method, soldering iron or hot air. I am using hot air for this build. Once it is soldered, you can access the ATtiny's pins from both the edge parts and the parts on the back. According to the schematic, pin 4 needs to go to ground. On the back, find pin 4 using the arrow markers or part labels. I am using the bottom corner parts for the ground and top for VCC. Take a look at the layout lines to see how the corner parts are connected to the power parts and other parts. To ground pin 4, simply connects its center part to the left power part with a solder bridge. Now do the same for pin 8. It is connected to part 10 on the stamp. Just bridge its center part to the left power part to supply VCC. Let's add an LED to pin 5. I want it visible on the front side, so I will solder it between the pin 5 and the unused part at pin 6. The front parts are also optimized for 0603 components, which is super handy. Next, on the back side of the stamp, I will connect a current limiting resistor between part 6 and ground. The backside parts are optimized for 0603 components, and each 3-part layout can accommodate up to 2 components. Great, we are nearly done. Now let's add a power indicator LED and 2 capacitors. Stamp includes 4 dedicated parts for connecting components between VCC and ground, perfect for decoupling capacitors and power LEDs. Here I am placing the LED on the top part, which connects to VCC, and the series resistor on the bottom part, which connects to ground. Now I will add a decoupling capacitor. The capacitor goes on the top part connected to VCC, and a solder bridge connects the bottom parts to ground. Last one, since pin 4 is already on ground, I will connect the capacitor from its center part to the adjacent VCC part. Done. Now, I could apply VCC to both top corners and ground to both bottom ones, but that is a lot of wiring. To simplify this, stamp includes power routing parts. These link the top VCC corners together and the bottom ground corners as well. Just connect them with solder bridges. Now I only need to connect power to one side, supplying 5 volt, and the power LED lights up. I have flashed the ATtiny with a basic blink sketch. Powering it up again, and there it is blinking. This is just one example of what you can build fast, clean and compact with stamp, and it gets even better. Since stamp boards have standardized size and special castellated edges, you can interconnect them into larger, more complex systems. If you found this useful, you can get your own stamp and start using it in your projects. Just follow the link in the description below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stamp tutorials. If you want to see how I flash this ATtiny using an Arduino, let me know in the comments. I might make that the next video. Thank you for watching.